Hello, thanks for watching. True Crime King back with ya. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new, I give my opinions and my reactions to anything true crime related. So if that's something you're interested in, I would tap that notification bell and hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. I'm just your average guy that says things that maybe you're thinking or just don't want to say out loud. Thanks for watching, and with that, we'll get on to the video. Alright guys, so we know a lot of killers like to go back, to the scene of the crime or inject themselves into the investigation, stuff like that. Okay, well, remember the vigil that was held back in December for the 4 murdered people in the Idaho slangs? Well, we might have video evidence that Kohberger was at that vigil. This is some crazy shit. I'm gonna play you the video, and then you guys can decide for yourself and put down in the comments what you think. So hit that like and subscribe button. You shouldn't be watching this if you're not subscribed. I don't know why. It just takes 1 second. But anyway, here we go.
This episode is about Bryan Kohberger. This is my second video on Bryan. If you haven't seen my previous one, check it out. We're gonna jump right into this and start with a boom.
We're starting with another boom. I love it.
Papa Roger posts on December 15, the killer has a sexual dysfunction.
Okay, so a lot of people believe that this Papa Roger is actually Bryan Kohberger. Okay, just so you guys understand what he's talking about.
Thoughts? Somebody says yes, he also likes his steak medium. The vegan Papa Roger says, is that your first thought? I do believe Papa Roger was spiraling out of control in this social media frenzy that he had created. He interjected himself on 4chan, Reddit, and Facebook. Does he have a sexual dysfunction? Absolutely he does, in my opinion. Most killers that I've researched absolutely commit SA before they commit the killing. This case is different. Bryan has ED, and that's why he certainly could not perform. Now, let's check out this next post.
So, he is saying that Bryan has erectile dysfunction. His pee-pee doesn't work right, okay? And that is true with a lot of these people that commit these crimes because, they have to force girls because they can't get them themselves, because if your pee-pee don't work, girls don't like that, right?
A knife is a very risky weapon if you know you're going to murder 4 people. Do we think the killer also had another weapon, such as a stun gun or other knife? Or did they not know? And then the post carries on, but that's the screenshot I took. Why does he keep asking these questions with what do we think? I think he knows the answers to these questions that he's asking, and he's wondering what the general public is thinking about this horrendous, horrible crime that he created. I think he's leaving little clues here and there, and he probably did have a stun gun with him, as well as an extra knife. Also on Bryan's question.
Yeah, but my thing is, why would you fucking take a knife sheath with you, What a moron. What a clown, That's just an extra thing that would just could fall off. Like it did. You know what I mean? Like, why not just carry the fucking knife? Okay? Put the knife in your pocket, Why have to put it in a sheath? I mean, then it's harder to pull out and all that shit. That makes no sense to me.
Questionnaire 7 months prior to the murders, he asked, how did you leave the scene? Before leaving, is there anything else you did? On Facebook, Papa Roger says, How did the killer leave the scene? Did he clean up at all? To me, that looks like the exact same person typing, asking basically the exact same questions. Somebody on Facebook said, I think we should give them the dignity they deserve and not theorize on where their bodies were. Papa Roger responds, this is a discussion of the case. You are participating by choice. Someone responds to Papa Roger, the 4 victims didn't participate by choice. You are one sick individual. Glad you are locked up.
Yeah, I mean, the fucking victims didn't want to be murdered, you know, and have a knife shoved wherever it was shoved. You know what I'm saying?
Most people that have come across the Papa Rogers messages on Facebook are convinced that that's Bryan Kohberger without a doubt. And this is one sick individual we're dealing with. Now let's take a step away from these Facebook posts and talk about the Vigil. It was highly theorized that the killer would show up to the Vigil. Kaylee's family was terrified that the killer would show up at the Vigil. FBI...
Remember Scott Peterson? Right? He killed his wife, you know, and he was actually on the phone with his mistress at the vigil for his wife. Maybe I might do a video on the Scott Peterson case, but it's just, that's the same thing here, you know. Watch this.
Profiler said he will probably show up at the vigil. Me personally, I had my doubts. Even when I first came across this footage, I wasn't so sure. I try not to believe every single thing I come across on the internet. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and even what you hear on this show cannot be taken as fact. I can only present you my findings, and it's up to you, the viewer, to come to your own conclusion. Let's check this out. I'll show you what I found. This is video footage from the vigil that happened at...
Okay, bro. Okay, look. Check out this guy in the blue right here, where my cursor's at. Does that look like Kohberger to anybody? Just keep watching, okay? I just wanted to point that out to you. That's who that's who we're going to be talking about. This guy in the blue, okay? I mean, from the side, it looks like he's got that big bird-ass nose, you know? He's about right around the same height. Got the same fucking haircut. Let's keep going.
In early December, and one man sticks out of the crowd here. I'm going to let the video play, and then I'm going to slow it down and play it a little slower. And we're going to do some side-by-side comparison of
Just want to pause it again to see you guys.
Known video of Bryan Kohberger walking. Now I present to you footage of Bryan Kohberger walking at one of his graduation ceremonies. I'm going to play these clips side by side. I'm going to slow the footage down, and you let me know what you think.
Okay, remember, that is a fist bump, not a fist pump, like Truth and Transparency said. Remember that? That was a fist bump. Oh, and it's kind of hard to tell, right? You can't really see the feet. I mean, but that definitely looks like Bryan Kohberger, right? Am I wrong? Put down in the comments and hit the like button if you think that looks like Kohberger.
Now there's been recent video of Bryan Kohberger after his arrest, walking with...
Oh, this might be better. Let's see if we can see more of his legs move.
Shackles on.
Well, he's got shackles on, so it's not going to really be the same, but look at the side of his face. Look at that big-ass nose. Look at the haircut. Look at the bushy eyebrow. I mean, that definitely looks like the guy at the vigil. Skinny, lanky, big nose. Just a haircut.
I'm going to compare this to the Vigil video. We're going to...
See? Big ass nose, haircut.
take a good look at this.
Look at where his elbows are, because they're almost in the same place when he's shackled, you know. But that nose is unmistakable, man. Big bird, clown.
Well, what do you think of those video clips?
Look. Guys. I think that's him. At the Vigil. What a sick freak. If you think that's him, hit the like button. Let's see how many people think it's him.
Is that Brian Kohberger at the Vigil? I believe 100% that it is. It's a tall man with an odd walk, and additionally, he conveniently has his hands inside of his coat pockets.
Yeah, just like when he's shackled.
And yes, others have their hands in their pockets too at the Vigil. However, it's extra suspicious after seeing the recent traffic cam body video, because Brian's hand does appear to be bruised.
Yeah, see, remember in my last video, look at his arm right here where my cursor is. That looks like a fucking bruise, man. And remember, he would have had gloves on. But yeah, somebody fought back. And again, why didn't Dylan call the cops or do something when she saw him that night? And how could she just go to sleep after seeing and hearing all that? You know, we know she heard someone cry. I still, that pisses me off. I can't even talk about that.
Damaged. And that traffic cam is 1 month after the murders. The Vigil was 2 weeks after the murders. So it would have been even more swollen up and damaged 2 weeks after. You give me your opinion down below. Some of you will think that's Brian, some of you won't. I believe in my heart of hearts that it is Brian, or I wouldn't waste your time showing you footage that I don't believe in.
Alright, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Remember, if you think that's him, hit that like button. And until next time, guys, True Crime King, out.